All right, I want to talk about approaching not being accessible to men. It may seem hard, it may seem lonely, but you have to do it. So, I'm Nia, and this is my content. I don't like intros, I don't like intros. Y'all should know this. If you're new here, welcome. I'm very glad you're here. Like, comment, subscribe. Obviously, you can comment, just be respectful in the comments. My videos are also live. I love it. I repeat things, get used to that. But other than that, I love making content. So here we are. So not being accessible to men, I would say it feels good, but at the same time, it is a little hard. But I still do it. Um, I've come across the revelation that a lot of women are accessible, and that is why dating really sucks. There is a lot of content out there. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of catfishing out there. And it's so interesting because I really want to touch on how men always come back. It's so interesting. It doesn't matter when. And I'm not saying to expect a man to come back, but it's just so interesting how after a man goes out there, cheats or ghosts you or something like that, you ever notice how they just come back? They come back terrible, as in the worst version of themselves that you've seen. And they hope that you accept them that way, and they try and they try and they push and they push. And there's just some unhappy people out there. I really had to learn that there's some unhappy side. There's like dust in my house, and I always touch my face. That's why I don't wear makeup. Um, there's a lot of unhappy people out there, and that stuff kind of will sit in your soul. Like, I love to be happy. I love to do me. People love to say negative things, and I just keep it pushing. I'm like, I can say negative things, but look, I'm gonna put my face here on YouTube, and I'm gonna talk. I ain't gonna be no punk behind a keyboard. So that's just who I am. But not a lot of people are that strong. They're fearful of their jobs. They're fearful of their family. They're fearful of many things that they shouldn't be afraid of. But retaliation does exist. I'm not gonna lie about that. But at the same time, it's like, hold your ground. If this is your opinion, get your face on YouTube and put that video out there. Let me see it. Tag me. I want to see. Let me see your face on YouTube. Like, I would love that. Um, but not many people do that. So, anyways, it just is very interesting that men do spin the block. They realize, like, oh, what I was dealing with before, yeah, all those girls, they weren't worth it. And then they try to go to the one that they had a connection with, but they lost. And I've been not trying to reconnect with certain people, but many people. But yeah, I would say it is hard. It does get lonely. Like, you don't have the messages, you don't have this, you don't. And I get messages from strangers all the time, but I'm just talking about men that I was interested in at the time because they betrayed a different person than the person that they ended up showing who they were, their real self. Um, it's really hard. Like, I would definitely say, like, I sometimes, want to text that person back or whatever, but you gotta let them text themselves. Ladies, you gotta let a man text himself. If he's not worthy of your time, let him text himself. It's embarrassing for that person. I'm a nice person, but at the same time, when someone does you wrong and then tries to come back, and especially they don't come back on good behavior, I don't even believe in letting somebody back in, but on good behavior, it just shows that they're low in life and they want someone else to feel low. And I'm not gonna cry. Cause I start thinking about things. We're gonna keep it straight. It's interesting because I really do think, unfortunately, people that have really bad lives see a happy person and they want to walk in and ruin it. They want to walk in and ruin your joy. They don't understand why you're so happy. They don't get that you don't care about materials. Like, there's a lot of men that get upset at women for not caring about material things, like specifically with Instagram. Like, everybody wants to float around their Gucci bag and their trips and all this bull crap that doesn't mean a damn thing. But like, there's no substance, there's no real personality, there's no character. And I'm learning to put character first. I'm not really talking to anybody right now at all, zero, like zero. But me putting character first has been great. I think a lot of people are afraid of being alone, so what they do is they settle for less. They settle for a really bad person. Or what I used to do in my past was try to have hope for someone who is showing, I would say, in my head, I was probably saying little signs, but big red flags. Like just having hopes for it because you don't want to be alone, or having hopes for a friendship. Not even just relationships, but even friendships. Like, I'm very big on friendships and meaningfulness. And when I met you, I met you. Like, there's a reason why I talked to you. There's a reason why I was nice to you. There's a reason why I liked you. But it is sad when you come to the realization that that person does not like you in the way you like them. And then also, even if they do like you, their mistreatment towards you and of you is not acceptable, and you have to move on. I used to struggle with that really hard, like have friends, and mainly in the friend sector. Like, I love my friends. Like, if you're my friend, you're my friend, and I will love you regardless of what's going on in your life and be there for you. And I've learned that there's a lot of people who become friends with me and are really jealous of me, and it sucks because I'm the type, I'm like, what you jealous of? Like, this child, look, if I was on a yacht every single day in Capri or something, then you could be jealous. That's fine. But no, like, I'm living my best life for me, and I'm doing what literally sent my bestie money for rent. That felt good. That felt good. Don't mind the Starbucks cup. I'm sorry. I got this when I was in college. That's all they be having. Um, College kids are ruined by Starbucks. I'll tell you that. Our stomachs. Mm. But anyways, so it's kind of like, I've been in situations where I've learned that people are jealous of me, and I'll talk to other friends, and I'll be like, hey, like, why is this person treating me this way? I really don't understand. I don't get it. I'm being very kind to them, and my friends are like, they're jealous. You can't see that? And I'm like, no, because I don't see a reason to be. I love people. I love my life. I love being me. That's all I know, right? I love dressing how I dress. Everybody talks about my cleavage being out. It will stay out because I love myself. I love the clothes that I have. I love the body that I'm in. I love what God has given me. I am very happy. And a lot of people who are not happy with themselves get surgery and still not happy, and the people who can't even get surgery still, they commenting on people's stuff talking about, oh, you have your cleavage out. You, guess what, you ain't. It be the main ones that don't got any, and the main ones that be insecure. Somebody made them feel insecure. I'm gonna talk about insecurity real quick. When it comes to insecurity, for the most part, we don't just wake up as a child and say that, oh, this is like, I don't look right. We don't do that. When it comes to insecurity, what happens is other people are telling you how you should look and what is not right. It could be your parents, it could be your friends, it could be acquaintances, it could be your teachers. That's why y'all know my opinions on teaching. It could be your teachers. Most teachers are religious, by the way. Most of America is very religious, by the way. So it comes to these situations where it's instilled in us. It's not something we're just born with, an insecurity. That's not how that works. It's how people make you feel about something you cannot change. Now, you could say you can change it, but for the most part, you cannot. Unless you have surgery, maybe work out, whatever, just trying to be idealistic to the human species. Like, it is stupid. That's how insecurity start. For me, I would say I'm very confident. I love myself, but I do understand other people's pain. Like, I do get it. Like, people are not nice. People are not nice because they hate their lives. They hate themselves. They just don't love themselves. They don't. And for me, I don't know why, but I would tell people this. I'm like, if I'm in a bad mood or I'm having like a bad day and it's a lot of stuff about me, I'll talk to my friends, but I'll never blame them. I'll never go out there and go onto somebody I don't like. Who's a celebrity I don't like? Cardi B. I always talk about Cardi B. I cannot stand her. She is irritant to me. I'm not going to go onto Cardi B's post and write a paragraph. Because honestly, that really be eating her up. Cardi B be getting eat up. And you know why she gets eat up? You know why Cardi B gets eat up? She's insecure as hell. She's the most insecure woman I've ever seen online. When I tell you she's insecure, she's insecure. It shows. It shows in the way that she moves. It shows in what she does. It shows in the music she makes. It shows in when she releases her music. You know what I mean? Like, it's so, honestly, it's interesting. I would give her flowers. It's interesting to watch. It really is interesting to watch you honestly still stick with a man, in my opinion, that is dirt, garbage. But this is what I mean, insecurities for the sake of being alone. People don't want to be alone. I didn't. I thought it was my time to date, do this and that. And I'm like, wait a minute. A lot of y'all men are not ready. As in, y'all just don't have it together. And I'm talking about all races, not just one. Don't have it together. And why am I sitting up here wasting my time and my energy trying to make sure that you're all right, you're okay? And that's what I was doing in my past. I was just like making sure a guy was all right, like, you're all right, you okay, checking in. And I was like, I could not be here tomorrow. And somebody that has had intercourse or wants to have intercourse with me can't even say happy Thanksgiving, how you doing, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy New Year. Like, if a friend can't even say that, friend, boyfriend, whatever situation, it doesn't matter. That's not somebody you want to be around. And it sucks. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel like you have nobody. You're gonna feel like a loser per se. Like, people, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying I am either. But I know that feeling where it's like, man, like, you see people with all these likes and followings and this and that. But I'm going to be honest with you, from what I've seen from TikTok, because I wasn't even into TikTok. Now I'm just in it for research purposes. Like, I be going in there, looking up, because y'all be telling on yourselves, like, y'all girlies who want to do all these dances. And I will talk to students too, like in this video. Like, if you are a student of some kind, you telling me doing all these dances is embarrassing, first of all. Secondly, it shows, like, the treatment that women get, the ones that want clout, the ones that want fame, it shows. And for me, it shows how far people will take it. Sometimes I just lay there and think about, what if there was a world where there was no OF? What if there was a world where there was no BBLs? What if there was a world where there was no boob jobs? And boob jobs ain't even the problem. The BBLs is the problem. Them things is getting crazy and women are losing their lives. And people are just not caring. But I just think about that. Like, what would Sweetie get anywhere? Would Lotto get anywhere? You ever think about that? What if Sweetie didn't have a BBL? What if Lotto didn't have a BBL? What if Nicki Minaj didn't have a BBL? Where would they be? You ever think about that? I do. I be thinking about that. Now, I do think women have some talent. Sweetie doesn't have talent, in my opinion. This is my opinion. You can say what you want. She does not have talent to me. Just colorism. That's it. That's all I see. This is my opinion. It's not a fact. It's my opinion. That's all I gotta say. This is what I see. I would say Lotto, she got some talent, and Nicki Minaj, she definitely has talent. I would say that. Nicki Minaj, she may come up a little crazy, but she does have some talent, a lot of talent actually. But yeah, it's just a weird world where it's like, I really wonder how it feels to be in high school right now or middle school right now, because honestly, it's not the same when I was growing up. It really wasn't. And we're not even that far apart. Like, but still, I just don't find it the same. Like, having to deal with social media as a young person. You have a lot of 19-year-olds out here who legit, it's unfortunately unfortunate, but we've seen it on Pop the Balloon. That one girl who literally she started OF when she was like 19, 18. Like, how disgusting. I don't know how we got on this topic, but I made a video about that, how I was watching Pop the Balloons, and I'm like, why all of them OnlyFans girly? Like, we could get a bottle girl here and there, or a exotic dancer. You know what? Make your cash. But every single one of them on that panel was an OnlyFans girly saying that I'm a rapper or a real estate agent. Like, come on. Like, just be different at this point. Like, nobody's different. Like, it's frustrating. But yeah, being different can be hard. Being different can be pretty sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I choose to be different, a lot of the time I get such disrespect. I get such disrespect. People are just like, "Oh, you're not fitting in." Like, they won't say it, but they'll definitely like look at me like, "Why are you not doing what everyone else is doing? Why are you loving your body? Why are you're not caring about how many likes you get?" And I have cared about likes plenty of times when it comes to like Instagram, because I used to get a lot when I was in college, and I used to get a lot when I was in community college, but the times was different. The internet wasn't that saturated, and it definitely wasn't saturated with girls that weren't natural. But also, I want to go back to talking about how it's like the internet wants you. The internet, like, we talk to the internet like it's a human being. Um, I would say social media. A lot of people want you to think that doing this to your body will make you get all these likes and make you get real friends and make you get, not even say real, make you get friends, make you get applauded, give you a pat on the back. It's like, really, I would love to take a psychology class on social media. Like, I would really love to, because it's very interesting on how it's affected society and communication, in the way that people see things, in the way that people act when it comes to deleting things, hiding things, cheating, this and that. Like, people do the most. People really do the most. And also what people think is acceptable. Um, I feel like meme culture used to actually be funny, but now it's just not funny. It's just not. Like, now it's like to the point where it's just disrespectful and hateful. Um, so there's that when it comes to having real friends and thinking about like, oh, do I really have real friends? Like, we have that moment where we're just like, are these my real friends? Like, really? And if you have to ask yourself that, most likely not. And ways to let them go, honestly, just unfollow for unfollow, move on. I've been a culprit of trying to be nice to somebody, trying to let them see a good life on my page, trying to keep it cordial, but it's just not worth it. It gets so tiring when you have somebody that is just constantly like stalking your page, and you know it and you feel it, but they say absolutely nothing. And I'm just like tired. I'm just so tired of social media. But I love my photos and stuff, so I don't know. Would I deactivate my account? I don't know, because I love swimwear. I love lingerie. I love art. I love photography. I really do. But maybe I'll look for a platform with photography, just straight up photography, like real stuff, because in reality, I truly, truly love photography. Like, I really do. I got into photography maybe about 4 years ago when I went to Newport University, and I was in the photography department there. The art and photography, the people are amazing in those departments. Everything else is where the corruption is. Um, and I just found a love for myself, even through the camera. Like, I just found a love for my natural hair and the way it glistened and my kinks and curls on the camera. Like, it just, art was a way of me finding love for myself. So maybe I might get back into art. Maybe I'll make a painting or something. I don't know. I think that I'm starting to analyze, as an adult, analyzing friendships is a lot tougher, as in letting people go. For me, letting people go, but I really do need to let people go, because it just hinders me. Like, I am that person that is affected by somebody literally watching my page, not liking, not commenting. Not on YouTube. YouTube is different. YouTube is a world, a hub of people, whether they're interested or not. I still like it because it's still communication on some level, and it's still exposure. So I really like YouTube when it comes to that, and diversity and opinions, which I love. Just be respectful. That's what I always say. Um, but when it comes to Instagram, it's just like so many people hate follow. So many people hate follow, and I don't know how you can sit there and do that. Like, I don't do that. I don't. If I'm on there and I see you, I'll ask you how you doing. Like, I'm that person. I'm really sweet. Like, I love people. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I don't do what most people do, which is just have you here so that I could be like, look at her, she always posting this. Look at him, he always posting that. I don't care for that. There's people that I've let follow me and I don't follow them back, and I still get the ick. Like, I'm just like, I don't like you. Like, whether they like my post or not, I'm just like, you're so annoying. Like, it's one individual in particular that I'm talking about, but still, it's just like, the easy thing, I know y'all gonna say, unfollow that person. Unfollow, or whatever, like, but it's like, after a certain point where someone keeps trying and trying and trying you, and you let them know you're not interested, and once again, you really do hope the best for them, that they could see that life is beautiful, life is worth living, you know, let's talk about that. Life is so beautiful, and I've only thought about life not being beautiful when it came to finances. Like when my finances were really tough, I was just like, man, it's so hard having an apartment and having a car that has to have maintenance. I don't even have a car payment, but which is really good. But, maintenance and not really figuring out financial stability. Like I was like, man, like this is just pointless. But once you get to a spot where you realize that money isn't really real, I know people get mad at me when I say that, but it's really not real. Bills are bills. Pay it on time, late, whatever. Like, you just try your best to do it. That's a lot to say. Don't avoid it. Like, never do it. Communicate with people that have your bills and stuff like that. Try your best. That's all I could say. And that's how I've got out of the funk. Like, I'll be in a real funk, and I'm just like, there's so much stuff. But I think right now, December is such a beautiful month for me. It's such a good time for me that I have love and I feel love. I have amazing friends. I would say December, February, and January are my best months, surprisingly. They're my best months where I show so much love to myself. I show so much love to other people. I'm not mean, I'm not hateful, and I think it's really sad when I see somebody that I really fucked with and I'm like, you were so crappy. You're such a crappy person. Like, just because you're going through something in life, you're going to change who you are and your happiness and how you treat people. Like, I don't do that. I could be going through the worst things on my worst day, especially as a black woman, a natural black woman at that, an educated, beautiful black woman at that. I could be going through the worst things, and I still find a way to give somebody a compliment. I still find a way to be happy, have a smile on my face, wear the kooky, cute, crazy boots that I always wear. I be put my moon boots on. People are like, I like those. Those are so fascinating. They will never wear them or buy them because they are for a certain type of person. But I still put on my rhinestone jacket. I still put on some earrings. I still put on this pink bag that I have that I love and walk outside and smile. I still put on my Pandora bracelet that is so sentimental to me that my best friend got me. I have so much love and happiness, and it's just like, man, you go out into the world with all this love and happiness and somebody wants to spit in your face, like legit, like they are like, you are happy? No, like it's it's really ridiculous and it sucks, but I try not to retaliate and try to become like them. A lot of people will eventually become the same way because they're being mistreated, they're not happy, they're angry, they're mad, they can't understand why their life ain't coming together. Also, that's accountability. Let's talk about accountability. A lot of people don't want to take accountability. I've been a culprit of that, not wanting to take accountability and being like, no, this will work, this will work, this will work. You know what I mean? Like, I would say those type of things, like, we will make this work. Some things just don't work out. Some things just don't work out, and you have to be okay with taking the L and being like, hey, we gotta try something different. I like doing this, but it's affecting me negatively, so I need to stop. Like, that's okay to realize. Say, hey, you like somebody, you like the idea of somebody, you like the idea of a situation and trying it, but it literally is hurting you physically or mentally, and or you need to stop. And a lot of women, unfortunately, this is my opinion from my experiences, don't stop. They continue with the marriage, they continue with the relationship, they continue with the job, they continue with the degree. I've done that. Like, I didn't realize teaching was so bad until the end. I didn't realize, and not teaching itself, the thought of teaching and the philosophy and everything and the psychology, that's not the issue. The issue is the system. That's the issue, and especially as a black woman, I see so many problems that I'm not willing to ignore, and it's very hard. It's very hard when it comes to that. And I would just say, if you're a type of person that realizes you don't like your job or you don't like somebody that you're with, tell them and move on. And I'm not saying tell your job. Obviously, figure out a plan before you go to your next spot, because not everyone has the opportunity to leave. Like, I don't, but I could, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I want to save up. I want to, try something new. I want to venture off into a different career. And it's not even that I don't like the career that I have now in my educational field. It's more so I want to do more. That's it. I want to do more, but I don't want to be permanent, because I see how the system has acted towards black women, women as a whole, and with the election and candidates and all this stuff that has happened, teaching's not looking too great. It's not. It's not feeling great either. It's not. Mm-mm. Nope. No one can tell me that it is. It really is not. So, yeah, I think that be getting to me sometimes. I know I jumped around in this video, and I'm still going to continue to talk because I want to, and I want to get stuff out. It's hard. I would say it's hard just trying to be a bigger person. At this age, I feel like when I was in college, being a bigger person was easy. But at this age, I'm like, oh, you're just so tired and frustrated of being the bigger person. It's hard. It's a lot harder now. Doesn't really feel the same like it used to. I used to feel good. Now I'm just like, oh, being a bigger person is like, oh, like I don't want to do this. I want to be a lowbrow person. I want to be low. I want to go low. You go low. I want to go lower. Like, but I can't. But not that I can't. I'm trying not to. I'm really trying not to. And I'm really happy. I have a best friend I always talk about that literally just helps me through things. And it's just like, Nia, calm down, think. Because things do get me upset easily. Not even YouTube, really. Like, YouTube, you would think would get me like, head over heels for years. No, it doesn't. I've learned how to tackle YouTube. And trust me, it's only going to get worse before it gets better. But at the same time, like I said, you could get 1,000 terrible comments. Having that one good comment is a blessing. That's what you're looking for. It's the percentages of people that like you out of the people that follow you are going to be horrendously different. You could even look at Beyonce's page, Kim Kardashian's page. If you look at the percentages of people that like versus the percentage of people that follows them, it is low. And it does not mean they are not liked. That's not what it means. It just means that people have low effort. Like, that's all I mean. People have low effort. They don't want to click a button. They don't want to comment. They just want to look. They just want to look. A lot of people hate watch. I've said that. It's unfortunate, but a lot of people hate watch. And yeah, that's something that I've noticed. Now my chair literally is like facing this way now. I have my feet up on it. But a lot of people hate watch, and it's very frustrating. So I'm kind of in a point where I'm like, Nia, you got to remember that you are posting this for you. You are doing this for you. You are not doing this for likes. Because once you start thinking about the likes, then your self-esteem is ruined. Like, legit ruined. Because that's really, people, like, a like is so important to people now, too. Like, people feel like giving you a like is giving you validation when they really just don't like you. They don't. Like, they love what they see, but they don't like who you are. Not because of your personality or anything's wrong with you, but because they're jealous. They're jealous of you, and they want to be you. They want to live your life. I legit had a man tell me, I don't do what you do. That's you. You get to travel the world. You get to do things. You have a friend that takes your photos for you. I don't have that. I legit have had men that are jealous of me. Like, maybe that'll be the title of this. I don't know. I've had men that are jealous of me, and it feels so crappy. It doesn't feel good. I've had friends who are jealous of my friendship with my best friend. I've had friends that would try to hit on my best friend to get me mad, and I would always cancel them after that because I'm like, we're not doing that. But it's just a lot about jealousy. It's pretty disgusting, and I don't understand. And I be happy you don't understand too. I think that's something I learned. Like, Nia, you gotta be happy that you don't understand somebody's madness. Be happy. I know it hurts. I know it's painful, but you really got to be happy, because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, then what does that do for you? Like, what does it do for you to be walking around mad because people are jealous of you? People are jealous of me all the time. They'll curse me out. They'll say mean things in my comments. They'll look me up and down in public and not say anything. But then I have people literally look at my boots and be like, oh my God, those are so cute. I have people look at my afro and be like, oh my God, I love your natural hair. You're so beautiful. So it's like there's more people that want to spread hate out there, but there is always that one person that is just going to love you and openly love you instead of trying to hate you because they're mad at themselves. So I would say still have hope in humanity. Maybe get off of social media. That would be my biggest advice. I think I do need to get off of social media because I don't think it's been doing well for me in my mind. Like, I think I should post and get off, because I have been not posting. Let's talk about that. The algorithm's weird. You post a lot, they don't show you a lot. Like on Instagram, they don't want to show you a lot. Like, if you post every single day of the week or whatever, you're gonna get like less likes every single day to maybe 0 likes. Like, I don't know. But that's the way the algorithm works. They want you to post like once in a while, and I think that's because it's so oversaturated. Maybe it's so oversaturated in pictures. Maybe they're like, this is all I can think of. Maybe that they're on Instagram, they're trying to set up an algorithm where if you post less, you get rewarded because it's so oversaturated. The celebrities and the people that they want to be seen for profit and sale, because it's all about money, aren't being seen because somebody who's not making a profit or sales is being shown a lot in the algorithm. And that's a big one too, why I made my account private. Sometimes I make it public so that my bestie can share my photos and stuff, because she loves me and she always wants to share my stuff. But making myself private was a really big decision for me because I'm a very public person. I'm on here, I say what I gotta say. I don't regret saying it. I say how maybe I changed my mind, maybe how I have not changed my mind. This is how I'm moving. And a lot of people don't like that. They like to be stuck in one way. They want to hear a YouTuber that's like, no, you can't do this. You should never do this. You shouldn't do that. And like, just like I'm not like that. I'll tell you, oh, that was a bad decision I made. Remember when I told y'all to do that? Don't do that. Like, I'm that person. I will be that YouTuber. Like, I will let you know. I'm like, yo, that stuff that I said back then, check it out. Like, really check it out. I'll be like, don't do that. Like, I was in such a different mindset at that point. And now I've done what I said, and I'm like, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna do something different. And a lot of people don't want to come to terms with that. They want to be so, I was right the whole time. I was never wrong. You can't tell me I'm wrong. If you try to tell me I'm wrong, I am not gonna fuck with you. Like, which I get. I mean, you don't have to. So there's that, which is really, really interesting. But yeah, I think I might stop with social media when it comes to Instagram because it just hasn't been bringing me joy with what I've been seeing. Me, myself, I love being on Instagram. Like, my body, cutie, hair, whatever. I love it. This is my time capsule. This is how I feel about posting content. You don't know if you're going to make it till tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen when you walk out this door. You don't know what is going to happen to you if you're going to even be here, right? And that is why I got on YouTube. Because I was in a moment in my life where I didn't feel like I wanted to be here because of something that a school club did in a university. Which now, yes, I could laugh at that. Not what I said, but it was more so like, that was a moment where I did not feel heard as a Black woman in an institution. And I got on YouTube. And here I am. And I feel really happy because we're making some progress. But it's something to think about. Like, does social media make you happy? Go on it for research. Do your research and get off. This is what I want people to do. I want you to go on it. Go have a plan. Go into Instagram, have a plan. Be like, I'm going on it to look at this person, or to look at that, or to do this, or to do that, and then I'm getting off. Or to post, and then I'm getting off. Maybe check your messages, fine. But you gotta limit it, because social media, I can't see a good realm coming forward. Unless there's a new app that's being made, which you even notice that new apps are not being made as easily and being made popular. New apps are not being made popular. Like, it was so easy. MySpace, Facebook, AIM. Like, it was just do, 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 do. Now it's like, who's going to top Instagram? I'm waiting. I'm legit waiting. I want someone to top it. Like, please. Get rid of Instagram. Somebody. Make it the new Snapchat. Instagram, honestly, is becoming the new Snapchat. It's honestly, it's for oldies. Like, I feel old on it sometimes. I'm just like, man, these memes are so stupid. Like, if I wanted TikTok, I would have went to TikTok. So that's really frustrating. Finding genuine friends, I know, can be hard. But I would say don't accept superficialness either. That's something else I've noticed. Like, oh my god, so many friends are so superficial. Like, recently a friend wanted to take me out, and they didn't really want to take me out. They wanted to go out for themselves. And I was just like, you're putting me in harm's way. Because the place they wanted to go to was not. It was not give and give. Like, I was like, no. I was like, I have to give you a ride. You want to buy drinks. You're not thinking about how the drink is going to affect me in my driving. I was just like, I think that got me a little upset too the other day. I was just like, that's really annoying. Like, you're going to ask, oh, I'll take you out. But then at the end of the day, you're going to be like, well, I will get drinks and buy you food. But then the place is like a bar and it's like nighttime and it's just not safe. And like, I think this friend called me boring too. She called me boring. She was like, oh, that's boring. I was like, because I told her, oh, I'll just not drink. I don't want to drink. And that too, let's talk about that substance. Like, it's just annoying because there's a lot of people at this age that have had made mistakes in their life, and so have I, but not mistakes that stick. I ain't having no kid. They made mistakes in their life, and I had to pause it real quick. They've made mistakes in their life, and basically they're like, I guess, deciding to drink and smoke it away. And that's also something I have to deal with too. Not with me, because I don't do that. Like, I'm celebrating. Today's my birthday party, but it's like, if I'm not celebrating anything, why am I drinking? If I'm not, like, having a good cooked meal where I'm like, let's have some wine or something like that, why am I drinking? And I think that has to do a lot with me living in Italy for such a long period of time and seeing the way that they went about alcohol. Like, the way Americans go about alcohol is to get black out, to forget your problems, this and that. But when I was in Italy, the wine was literally, this is how I felt. The wine was to enhance the food. It was like, it adds some grapes, some sweet, it just, the smell, the cheeses, the meats, the breads, like, it was like that for me when I lived in Italy. And then I come here to America and it's like, oh, well, we just drink to forget our problems. and that could be that too in Italy. It could be that too. I'm not saying it can't be, but it just is like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is weird. It's a little weird. And I just didn't really understand that. Like, I have friends that always want to ask me, do you want to go get a drink, or do you want to go to a lounge or a club, instead of saying, how are you? Do you just want to go grocery shopping together? Like, do you want to go for a walk? Like, do you want to, I don't know, go to the mall real quick? Do you want to see a movie? Like, you don't need friends that always want to go out clubbing and partying, because those are the worst people to meet. Those are the worst, I swear. I'm telling you now. Like I said, I had one instance where I met my best friend outside the club because she was like, this is boring and this sucks. I'm never coming back here again. And I said, I like that. I like her. She's cool. Like, I was like, she realizes that this is bull crap. A lot of people just want to forget their problems all the time instead of take them head on or talk about them. You don't have a therapist, fine. You don't want a therapist, fine. But have friends, have family. Maybe you don't talk to your family. Maybe you don't talk to your friends, fine. Journal, write. I've learned to write, like when I, write, like all the time. And it's crazy because I hate writing. I have the worst grammar. I'm working on it. But with writing, I've come up with so many ideas. I've become so much better of just a woman, like writing out my problems or how I feel. and digesting them, and then talking about things that I love, having a plan. Like, I'm literally, I said this year we're not going, next year we're not going to go on no trips. We are going on a trip. Woohoo. I have a family reunion, which I'm excited about down south. So I'm very excited to do that. And we're going to turn it into a little mini vacation, me and my best friend, while we're down there. And my best friend is literally like a part of my family. Like, it's really beautiful. I'm really happy. She's like a sister to me. Like, I'm so happy that she is a part of my world, and we help each other out, and we have a, like, I have a lot of people always telling me too, like, I wish I had a best friend like that. And I'm like, we have our ups and downs. It is not perfect, but for some reason when you meet someone and you just click with them, you click. Like, it's almost like your souls are like one. Like, it's so weird, but I'm very happy and fortunate to have that. And it's almost as if, like, imagine if no one let's throw out this birthday party I'm having. Imagine if no one showed up to my birthday party. Just being my best friend, she could make it the best time of my life. Like, you need somebody in your life, whether it's a partner, best friend, or whatever. Somebody in your life that where if you throw a party and nobody shows up, just them being there alone is the best thing in the world to you. It could literally make you forget that nobody showed up. That's the type of partner or best friend you need. And or I think I'm gonna stop there because this is like 40 minutes and I don't know how this got so long, but I was able to talk, which felt really good. And that's the point of my channel. We are here to talk. I'm here to dress how I want and look good. I will continue to look good because at the end of the day, this is my time capsule. And a lot of y'all don't be taking pictures and then it be 30 years later and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know what I look like because y'all don't want to see what you look like. Love yourself. Bye, y'all.